Thank you so much for those kind words of introduction. When I was working with the American Red Cross, I had a retired brigadier general who used to introduce me a lot. And he said, I'm no longer going to ask General Jones to say a few words because he never does. But I do know I have. And one of the reasons I might have, my wife may have not showed up today. At the last time she was with me at a forum like this, the story I told that when I proposed to her, I called her and asked her if she'd marry me. And I told the group, she said, yes, who is this? So that may be the reason she didn't show up. But I'm truly honored to be here and to be chosen to receive this award. I want to thank General Tom Ream and all the members of the board for this honor. To be even considered in the list of the former recipients of the award is just unbelievable, and I'm truly honored to do that. But I do think to the students here, I would say that all of you are going to think back, and I know you've probably been told this is the greatest year of your life. Well, it probably will be, because the time I spent here, I had access to information and speakers that I would have never had before. I think, and the opportunity that you have here to spend this year reflecting on where you've been, where you're going, learning from your fellow students is just remarkable. I know that when I went back to the Pentagon, I certainly appreciated those relationships I'd built here, because to get a paper process through all the various stops in the Pentagon, when you knew you were going to see a friend and they were going to be willing to help you, that was very beneficial. It also helped me. What I learned here as a student was helpful. I had to testify before Congress usually about 30 times between March and June each year. It was my least favorite job because they normally picked on me. And my own senator from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, I was dealing with an issue on chemical demilitarization. And, you know, we had a Bluegrass Army depot that had chemical weapons up there. And he told me, well, come over to the office and see me sometime, then proceeded to eat me alive. He didn't want to burn them in Lexington, and he didn't want them transported across Kentucky soil, so I never really figured out how he expected us to dispose of those weapons. But I still have the scar tissue to remind me of that frequently. But I think to the students also that we have a obligation and an opportunity to help the men and women, including you all, who are making sacrifices beyond anyone's expectations. I happen to live outside the front gate of Fort Hood, 46,000 soldiers there, many of them deployed 6 times. And I interacted with those families while they were gone, and I see the toll it's taking on both the soldiers and the family members. And that's what really inspired me to try to do something, give something back. When I was the commander of the Army's Military Personnel Center, I developed the ACAP program, Army Career Alumni Program, because I didn't think we knew how to translate our military skills into words that the business community understood, and we didn't know how to interview. So we're put that in place, and we're still extending that program as we speak. The Army has now embarked on a program called Soldier for Life, starting early in the military career and planning for your whatever you separate, 2 years or 30 years. But they're looking at health, they're looking at education, and they're looking at employment. And Ruth mentioned, I just want to talk about a couple of programs, the Homefront projects, not Operation Homefront, it's Project Homefront, where we provide mental health services to the men and women who have PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and also combat stress. We have a software package. We wire you up, read your brain waves, monitor your heart rate and your breathing, and then we can bring you off a survivor's high so that you can sleep at night. We deal with children, child behavior problems, marital problems, reintegration problems. I don't know how you found it. If you make 6 deployments, you come back home and help your wife start making decisions, it don't always work out too well. I had to remind my wife that I was half owner of the kids after one time when she told me I don't let them do that after I'd already told them they could. But it has really worked great. But I just encourage you to use the time that you have here. I had a time to reflect, to read, and to really study and to benefit from those days in here. It's a great, great opportunity. My family will still tell you today it was probably the greatest year they've spent in the military. And I know I'm running out of time, but I will. One of the things I'm trying to do right now, and we need every one of you's help, you, all of you in the audience that's going to command, you're going to be, the ACAP program has been designated as a commander's program. And you're going to need to help these veterans find employment opportunities. If we have the separations that's anticipated and then a sequestration should happen, we're going to have a lot more. But I'm spending my time right now trying to find employment opportunities for veterans, Gold Star family survivors, spouses, and wounded warriors. And my success has been by going to the potential employer and helping them understand how they can access a veteran candidate, bringing them in, let them interact with soldiers on base, letting them find out what quality men and women serve this nation in uniform. We had one in November at Fort Hood. 7,600 jobs was open that had not been open to veteran candidates, and that is a key to success. So I know I'm exceeding my time, but I will wind her down here. And I want to congratulate every student. I did come up here. Chris Michener just commanded the 163rd MI, Chris promotable lieutenant colonel, and I came up to check his grades, and I still found out you don't have any tests, so I'm going to find another measurement of success here. But Chris was a great, I was affiliated with him on an adopted unit program. He's a great leader, took his battalion to Iraq and back, didn't lose a soldier, did a remarkable job. So it's always great to be reunited with a lot of the folks that I served with on the front row over here, and they were instrumental in my life and helping shape my leadership skills and everything else. I have a lot of people to be thankful for. So thank you so much for this honor. We really appreciate it.